Little Emma just wanted help with her homework, but when Linda saw the book in her hand, her heart stopped. She knew that book very well. Adventures in Fairyland, seemingly an ordinary children's book, but Linda knew that the pages of that book contained the CIA's most secret codes, because she had written those codes herself 15 years ago, and now that book was in a child's hands. How could this be possible? Today I'll share with you the story of a secret hidden in a public library and the former analyst who discovered it. Before the video begins, please let me know in the comments which city you're watching from, and if you believe stories like this need to be told, please subscribe. Springfield Public Library was a classic public library built in the 1960s in a small Midwest town. High ceilings, wooden shelves, people reading in silence, and that familiar library smell. Old books, wood, and a bit of lavender, and in that library, the same woman had been working for 8 years. Linda Chen was 44 years old, medium height, with a kind expression, a reliable librarian. She worked in the children's section, helping young readers and making book recommendations. Children called her Aunt Linda, and mothers trusted her. Nobody knew much about her past. It was only known that she had come to town 8 years ago, was quiet and trustworthy, and got along very well with children. The library director loved her. "Our best employee," she'd say. The children love her so much. Linda lived alone in a small house outside town, a quiet life with her cats, garden, and books. She didn't have very close relationships with anyone, but everyone liked her. That Tuesday afternoon, after school, the library was filled with children as usual. Students coming to do homework, little ones looking for storybooks. Linda was helping a group of students at the children's table. Math homework, science projects, reading reports, the usual routine. 12-year-old Emma Thompson approached. She was shy, intelligent, a book-loving girl. Linda knew her. She was a regular reader. "Aunt Linda," Emma said, "can you help me with my homework?" "Of course, sweetheart. What subject?" "About code and cipher writing. For my history homework." Linda smiled. "Interesting topic. How can I help?" Emma took a book out of her bag. "I found this book. It's supposed to have ciphers in it, but I can't understand them." Linda looked at the book, and her heart stopped. Adventures in Fairyland. Blue cover with princess pictures on it, looking like an ordinary children's book. But Linda knew this book very well. "Where did you find this book?" Linda asked, a slight tremor in her voice. "At my grandmother's house. It's very old. She said it had ciphers in it, asked if I could solve them." Linda took the book. As she held it in her hands, memories from 15 years ago came flooding back. Langley, CIA, secret operations. She opened the book. The first page looked like an innocent princess story, but Linda could see the codes, the placement of each picture, the combination of colors, the positions of characters. All contained very specific messages. She had written these codes in 2008 for the Moscow operation, a vehicle that carried secret messages disguised as a children's book. "Emma," Linda said, trying to keep her voice calm, "this book is very interesting. What was your grandmother's name?" "Margaret Thompson. But everyone called her Maggie." Linda's heart raced. Maggie Thompson. She remembered that name. But from where? "Emma, what work did your grandmother do?" "I don't know. She was retired. She used to travel a lot before. She always told interesting stories." Linda thought. Margaret Thompson. And suddenly, she remembered. She had a contact at the CIA. One of the names used as cover identity. "Emma," Linda said, "could I examine this book for a while, to do research?" "Sure. Can you solve the ciphers?" "I can try." Emma left. Linda was alone with the book. She flipped through the pages. Each page contained a different code, and she recognized them all, because she had designed them all herself. How had this book ended up in a child's hands, and who was Emma's grandmother, Margaret Thompson? That evening, Linda examined the book in detail at home. She began solving the codes. Remembering information from 15 years ago, she deciphered the messages. First code, Operation Nightingale, active. Second code, asset compromised, extract immediately. Third code, Linda Chen, target identified. Linda's blood ran cold. The last code contained her real name, and it said target identified. This was a message. Someone was sending her a message, but who and why? The next day, Linda waited for Emma. The girl came in the afternoon. "Aunt Linda, were you able to solve the ciphers?" "Emma, I need to talk to you about your grandmother." "Why?" "This book is very special. Where did your grandmother find it?" Emma thought. "I don't know. But she had a whole box of books like this, all very old." "Are there other books too?" "Yes, there's a chest full of them at home." Linda got excited. "Could I see them?" "Sure. But why are you so curious?" Linda gathered courage. "Emma, did your grandmother die?" "Yes, last year. I was very sad." "Did she leave you anything? A letter? Message?" Emma was surprised. "Yes, a letter, but she just told me to give away the books. And there was something else strange." "What was it?" "She said if the woman at the library showed interest in these books, I should give her this envelope." Linda's breath caught. "Which envelope?" Emma took a sealed envelope out of her bag. Linda Chen was written on it. Linda took the envelope. She opened it with trembling hands. Inside was a single piece of paper. "Linda, if you're reading this message, it happened as I planned. I'm Margaret Thompson, your old code name Sarah Davis. We worked together in the Moscow operation 15 years ago. When you disappeared, I tried to find you. Now I'm old, I'm dying, but my granddaughter Emma must be safe. Her father is a former Russian agent. He doesn't know about Emma's existence, but others know. Emma is in danger. Help her. Your old friend, Maggie." Linda's hands were shaking. Margaret was her old friend Sarah, and Emma's father was a former Russian agent. "Emma," Linda said, "aren't you curious about what's written in this envelope?" "A little, but grandmother said you would open it and read it." Linda was in dilemma. Should she tell Emma the truth? "Emma, do you trust me?" "Of course." "What I'm going to tell you will sound very strange, but it's true." Linda explained to Emma in simplified terms grandmother Margaret's real identity, information about her father, and potential danger. Emma was in shock. "So my grandmother was a secret agent?" "Yes, and you're in a special situation." "Am I in danger?" Linda nodded. "Maybe, but I'll protect you." "Are you an agent too?" Linda hesitated. "I used to be. Now I'm just a librarian." "Wow, this is so exciting." Linda smiled. Emma's innocent excitement lightened the seriousness of the situation. After that, Linda began keeping an eye on Emma. She tried to ensure the girl's safety, but at the same time, she also began researching her old connections. She called one of her former colleagues at the CIA. John Martinez was a trustworthy man. "John, this is Linda Chen." "Linda, I never thought I'd find you. Where are you?" "Springfield, working as a librarian." "Wow, why are you calling?" Linda explained the situation. Margaret, Emma, Russian agent father. John spoke in a serious tone. "Linda, this is very dangerous. Emma could really be at risk." "What should I do?" "First, ensure Emma's safety. Then we need to identify her father." Linda agreed. But this meant the end of Linda's secret life. A week later, John came to Springfield. Retired from the CIA, he now worked as a private security consultant. "Linda," John said, "Emma's father is Viktor Petrov, former GRU agent. He's living as a businessman now, but still active." "Does he know about Emma?" "No, but other Russian agents know, and they might want to use Emma." "How will we protect her?" "First, we need to report Emma's situation to federal authorities. Then, witness protection program." Linda was sad. This meant the end of Emma's normal life. Isn't there another way? If there is, it's very risky, Linda thought. "John, what if we protect Emma, you and me?" "What do you mean?" "Protecting Emma secretly without changing her life. Constant surveillance, security measures." John considered this idea. Difficult, but possible. Linda decided. "Then let's do it." After that, Linda and John began secretly protecting Emma. While Linda maintained her position at the library, John also started working as a security consultant in town. Emma continued her normal life, school, friends, library, but in a way she didn't notice, she was constantly protected. Aunt Linda, Emma said one day, are you really a former agent? Yes, but not anymore. Do you miss it? Linda thought. Sometimes. But now I have a more important job. What is it? Protecting you. Emma smiled. That's exciting too. Months passed. There was no threat. Viktor Petrov was still unaware of Emma's existence, and other Russian agents didn't take any active steps either. Maybe we worried too much, John said. Maybe, but it's good to be careful. A year later, Emma turned 13. She was now bigger, smarter, understood her situation better. Aunt Linda, she said, when I grow up, can I become an agent like you? Linda laughed. If you want to. But finish university first. Okay. But will you teach me? Code solving, secret messages, Linda thought. I can teach you a little, but live like a normal child first. Okay, but this is so exciting, Linda smiled. Emma was growing up as a normal child, but at the same time she had a very special past. Emma, Linda said, you're a very special girl, but remember, the most important thing is being safe. I know, and you protect me. Always. This story shows us that the past sometimes comes back in the most unexpected ways. Linda Chen was trying to live as a quiet librarian, but her old friend's plan pulled her back into her former life. And sometimes, our most important mission isn't on the battlefield, it's in daily life, protecting innocent people. Linda found a new mission by protecting Emma, and this was more valuable than her old assignments. So have you ever received such an unexpected message, news from the past that changed your life? Tell us about it in the comments.